I'm really about to do this video and put myself on the internet looking this bad. Okay. I have never been that deep into makeup and I don't know how to do anything, but I thought because I don't know how to do anything and I don't know how many videos there are like that, and I just, I don't know, just thought I would make one. I feel like I had an intro prepared and now I don't remember. But I also thought I would use this opportunity to, while I was doing my makeup, do kind of like a story time type thing about my journey throughout my life of like how I've done my makeup and stuff. So I probably started doing makeup. I'm gonna roll up my sleeves. I probably started doing makeup maybe like around when I was 10 or 11. And back in those days, it was really, really cool to just put a bunch of eyeliner under your eye. So that's pretty much what I would do. And I wouldn't really do anything else. Just put black pencil eyeliner underneath my eye, and that's it. And that's all my friends did too. So like wasn't out of the ordinary or anything. And my mom hated it. My mom was like, why are you just doing that? It doesn't look good. And I was like, you're crazy, it looks amazing. But now I have evolved, and especially in the last few years, like every so often I kind of add something new to my everyday routine. So for instance, in 2013 I started filling in my eyebrows, and that was a big change. And that came right after a really long period of like I didn't really like do makeup ever at all, like none. And when I would do makeup, I thought it was like crazy. And I used to have like this little bottle of makeup remover, and I probably had it for years, like maybe like 2 years or like a year and a half or something like that. And I remember being like, wow, this lasts so long. And now I buy this thing and it lasts like a few months. So I'm starting with something pretty new that I've added to my routine, which is moisturizer. I just started using moisturizer like, I guess last year, which is 2019, because my skin started getting like really, really dry, and especially kind of like here and around my eyes, just from like wiping eye makeup off, I'm pretty sure, and then kind of like around my chin and the corners of my mouth and stuff. So I went to Lush and I got this, it's really dusty. I got this moisturizer, so that's kind of what I'm using. It seems to work pretty well. I really like it. The first moisturizer I'd ever gotten was back in, I think, 2010, 2011, and I got like this thing of like Nivea moisturizer. And I remember when I got it, I was like, I'm just gonna try using moisturizer because like you're supposed to, right? And I was like, I don't really know if I need it. My skin doesn't seem very dry, and it didn't used to be, so it's pretty new to me. I bought that thing and I used it a few times, and then it just like sat around for literal years in like just stuff like makeup stuff that I don't really use. So I always use lip balm. I use this brand, Crazy Rumors. They're really awesome, and they have like really, really delicious flavors. Yeah, they're a good brand. I order them online because I really like them. When I order them online, I order like a whole bunch of them, and then they always send you free ones too, so I always just have like a big stock, so I don't have to do it that often, which is nice. But yeah, so right now I'm using the Cocoa Strawberry, but next up, once this one runs out, I have Coffee Bean. I've been saving that one for last because coffee, yum. But yeah, so usually I guess I have to go through whatever I do to my face too. Someone who knows more about face care and makeup and stuff will probably watch this and be like, your life's a nightmare. You're doing everything wrong. So also from Lush, I really like Lush. Everything they have like usually smells really good, kind of like food. And if you can't tell by the chocolate strawberry and the coffee bean lip balm, I really like things that smell like food. I also have from Bath and Body Works this body spray, Christmas Cookies. It smells like fucking sugar cookies. But even better than that one is this, I don't know why it's called Santa. Like, I don't know why they have to make it like Christmassy. Like, they could have easily just called that one sugar cookies or something, and this one blueberry shortbread. But anyway, they put it out when it was Christmas time, so that's the whole point, I guess. But this one is blueberry shortbread, and it smells so good. I wish there was smell-o-vision so you could smell it, because it's pretty fucking amazing. But that was a side note of things that smell good. So this also smells pretty good because it has like popcorn and I don't even know, but it smells good. And it's called Let the Good Times Roll, and it's just like I just use it to wash my face. It's a little bit abrasive, which is nice because I feel like it's kind of scrubbing it. But yeah, and it smells so good. So that's what I use to wash my face, and I just wash my face in the shower, and then I put moisturizer on, and that's pretty much all I do. So along with other things that are really delicious and smell like food, never mind that. I just recently got, also from Lush, sponsored by Lush, please give me money. This is like the lip scrub that I'm using. I only really use it if I have like a lot of dead skin on my lips, so I don't really use it every day. Oh, here's a story from my past. So this makeup case, my dad gave me when I was probably 12 or maybe 13 or something like that. He gave it to me, and it came with this pouch and then like a smaller pouch and then an even smaller little pouch, all with this like design with this girl playing with her dog. I've been using this as my makeup case ever since, so I've probably been using this for close to 2 decades, which is nuts. So I was looking at my makeup case and I saw this also, so this is something else that I use. It's almost out, as you can tell, it's like pretty empty. But yeah, I've been using the Mary Cookie, which goes along well with Christmas cookies. So that's like my hand cream, and it smells good. The next thing that I'm gonna do, another thing that I really only picked up in the past year, is concealer, and I'm just kind of like experimenting with it right now. I really don't know how to use concealer. Like, I don't own foundation. I don't know how to use anything at all. I've always just done eye makeup and then like some lip gloss, and that's all I've ever done. But yeah, I've just been kind of like using it to maybe kind of clean up some redness around my face and make it look a little nicer, but like, I don't know if I'm doing it right, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. So I have little triangle thing. Oh, I thought I heard my phone ringing, but this is my phone. I'm retarded. Yeah, so I have like this triangle thing just to kind of blend it in. I just like bought this from Shoppers. I wasn't even sure if it was like the right shade for me, and I think it's like slightly too dark, but it's okay. I also usually listen to music when I'm getting ready, but since this is a video and I don't want any problems, I'm not putting any music in the background. So yeah, usually I just, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I just put it under my eye. If anyone has, please, if any girls are watching this, or like anyone who just knows how to do makeup can give me like pointers about what the fuck I'm supposed to do, because I have no idea. But I put it under my eyes just to like try to clean up the redness. I always forever have bags under my eyes. It's just like a permanent part of my face. It's not that I didn't sleep enough. It's really just like that. But so there's no fixing that, but it kind of gets rid of the redness and it kind of gets rid of the redness on my cheeks. And I'm always washing my hands when I'm doing my makeup, because I just sprayed water on my straightener and it went Okay, so next will probably be my eyebrows. So I usually would get my eyebrows waxed. So I would go to a salon and get them waxed, and I would probably do that like once a month, but I haven't done that in close to a year just because I haven't really been able to afford it. So I usually just pluck my eyebrows, but they're definitely not as perfect as they used to be when I would get them waxed. So I just used like this Rimmel London eyebrow pencil in the dark brown. I just recently tried to dye my hair blue, and it kind of turned into this aqua blue green thing, and I love it. But at the same time, I'm like, well, now is it weird to use blue? Is it weird to use like brown eyeliner when my hair is green? But I don't want to have green eyebrows, so I hope like it doesn't look weird, because I'm just gonna continue to use it. So I like buying the eyebrow pencils. Like eyebrow pencils I prefer. And I also prefer when they have these little brushes on them. So that's why I really like getting this one. Like when it runs out, I just get the same one. I just like how you can brush, and that's perfect for me because I have kind of like long hair in my eyebrows. So it's good to kind of like brush them up. And then I just kind of just draw the same shape that they are. I look so weird though when I just have my eyebrows filled in and nothing else, because they really, really stand out. I only started filling in my eyebrows in 2013, and when I started doing that, my life changed. I was like, oh my god, my eyebrows look good. I never knew, like I just really didn't know about filling in eyebrows. Like I didn't know about that until 2013 when I was 21. So another thing that has changed recently, but I started doing it before. So here's my little story about this. I have hooded eyes. If you don't know what hooded eyes are, it's like this top part is, I don't know, like there's like a lot of skin here or something. So I really only have like a centimeter of eyelid. Like I really don't have much eyelid. So when I was a teenager and I would try to do eyeshadow, I would just put on eyeshadow and then go to school, and by the halfway through the day I would have like this, just like all the eyeshadow here would be like basically gone, and I would just have this thick line here of the color, like it just kind of like came off, and that always used to bother me. So I stopped wearing eyeshadow because I'm like, there's no point. Besides, you put a little eyeshadow here, and then when you open your eye, it's like barely visible. And if you put it up here, you look like a fucking clown. So I was like, I guess I'm never gonna be an eyeshadow person. And that has kind of continued to this day. But what I do now is, so I don't remember when this was. It could have been like 2012 or something like that. But I went to Shoppers and I actually asked the girl working in the makeup department, like, I told her my problem and I was like, what can I do so I can like put eyeshadow on and have it like not do that? So she recommended that I use like this, it was like this clear powder. I don't have it anymore, but it was like in like a circle thing, and it came with like a little pad, and I guess you're supposed to put it like on your face or whatever, but I just used my finger and would put it on my eyelid, and that really helped, especially with like eyeliner too, because I would put on eyeliner and it would just rub off on the top after a little while. So once I started using that, it changed everything, and my eyeliner stayed, and I never had a problem with any of that stuff again. So more recently, I went to Sephora, and honestly, like, I only started going to Sephora just to use like vegan makeup, but now there's like a lot of vegan makeup available just at the drugstore, so that's really awesome. And I really have kind of like a romantic feeling about the drugstore and like going there and like all the makeup, and I don't know, there's just something that I romanticize about it. But anyway, I do go to Sephora to get this, but it's the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and I get it in Sin is what this is called, and I get it in Sin because it's kind of like glittery, and I think that's really cool because the normal one is just like regular, so it's almost like it's just to look natural, but I like having it a little bit glittery because it's almost like I have some sort of glittery gold eyeshadow on without actually having glittery gold eyeshadow on, and it helps my eyeliner not come off. So, but yeah, like, it's really interesting to kind of see recently how the beauty industry has just fucking blown up so huge. Like, there would be girls when I was a teenager that did a lot of makeup, but I mean, generally, none of my friends really did that much makeup. Like, it wasn't like today. Like, girls wear so much crazy, impressive makeup that I'm just like, wow, like, that's like a lot of work and a lot of money, and yeah, it's just really insane, and I'm always super impressed by it. But yeah, it's like huge now, and I really wonder where that's gonna go in the future, because it's just really blown up now, and I think it has a lot to do with social media and like trying to do like this crazy impressive makeup so you can get all these likes or get people to pay attention to you or something. Like, I guess that's what it's kind of about, but it's also kind of just like art, but it's definitely way more popular than it was, I don't know, 10 years ago. So the thing about my eyes too is that growing up, I always knew that my eyes were different than most other people's. Like, I knew that they weren't like Asian eyes, but they were closer to Asian eyes than they were to like white eyes. So if anyone doesn't know or can't tell, I'm actually Métis, which is I'm from Canada. I think I've mentioned a million times probably. But I'm from Canada, so I'm like Canadian native and mixed with white. So I don't look completely native, but I have a lot of kind of characteristics. And neither of my parents have this hooded eye, so I don't know where I got it from. Also, they both have green eyes and I have brown eyes, so I guess I got it from someone above them because I don't have either of my parents' eyes. But I really wish I had my mom's eyes because my mom has beautiful big green eyes and I'm so jealous. But yeah, and I remember like looking in the magazines. There was this one magazine I had that was like tutorials on how to do makeup for like different races, I guess. I don't know how they displayed this. I don't really remember, but like each page had like, so the first one had like this white girl, and then there was like a black girl, and then there was an Asian girl, and then there was like a Hispanic girl, and I was like, I'm not any of these, and I don't know which one I'm supposed to follow. So everything that I've done has kind of just been like taken from things that I've liked and tried to do on myself, and if it worked, it worked, and if it didn't, it didn't. So next, we have one of my favorite things in the world, eyeliners. So I have, this is also from Sephora, so I have the Too Faced Better Than Sex eyeliner. I actually just got this. I used to use the Kat Von D eyeliner for a long time because it was just like recommended as like the best eyeliner when I was looking good eyeliners up, and I was like, sure. So I used that for a long time just because I'm like, I know it's good. But then this came out recently and I was like, I'll try that one because like they have pretty good stuff. So yeah, and it's good. I would say it's like just as good as the Kat Von D one. I don't really notice a difference. So the way that I do my eyeliner now actually started way back in 2006 when Christina Aguilera came out with her album Back to Basics. And on the Back to Basics album cover, she has eyeliner, black eyeliner on the top of her eye. And she obviously has different eyes than I do, but I just remember seeing that and just being like, that's so gorgeous, that's what I want to do. So I stopped doing like the pencil, black pencil under my eye and started doing pencil on top of my eye, but of course it wasn't the same and you need liquid. And I can't remember exactly how it has evolved over time, but I started doing like a little wing. Like I would just do just a line for a while, and then I started doing like a little wing, and then it kind of got progressively bigger until the point that it is now, where it's kind of like this swoosh. So I'm gonna do that now.
I don't know if I should be showing this. So basically I kind of like go out like this, and then I start from over here and I just kind of connect them and fill it in. Yeah. So there's that.
So I also forgot, but I also curl my eyelashes. So I guess I'll do the other side. Yeah. So another thing that's new, like super new, like in the past week new, is fake eyelashes. So obviously it's pretty trendy right now to wear fake eyelashes, but I've always really liked fake eyelashes. I've always hated my eyelashes. I always thought they were just too short, and like when I was a teenager, I used to use like 3 different kinds of mascara that like my mom had. Like my mom would just have all this old makeup from like the 80s. So I would just like go through all her makeup and try all these different things. So I would just try like all these different kinds of mascara to just like try to get as much mascara on my fucking eyelashes as possible so I could get them like thick and long. And I knew that they were good when I could look up like this and feel them kind of like touch my eyelid. And if I felt them touching my eyelid, then they were good. But I never really got into fake eyelashes until more recently, in the past week, at least making it part of like a regular thing. So usually I just curl my eyelashes and try to put as much mascara on until I feel satisfied. So I'm kind of just experimenting with that right now. Yeah, so these are like my first pair of proper reusable eyelashes. In the past, I've bought like really cheap ones that you can like maybe wear once or twice and then they're like not really good after that. But these are really nice. I ended up going for this brand Pure, I think. And this kind is called Bombshell. So they're the longest ones that they had available. And I really just like walked past them in the drugstore and at Shoppers. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna try these out. So here we are. I've worn them a few times and they're pretty cool. So I really like them. So let's hope I don't fuck it up while I'm trying to do this video. I'm pretty sure there's like a proper way to do fake eyelashes and like to take care of them and stuff like that. I looked up like taking care of them, and all I really saw was like that you're supposed to, when you take them off, you like kind of soak them in soap and water, and that you're apparently supposed to be able to peel the leftover glue off, but I wasn't able to do that. So I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong. Like I said, if you know, please tell me. So here goes nothing. Cool. Okay, time for the other one. I also read that like you're supposed to cut them and make them fit your eye and stuff like that. I didn't do that, so I just kind of like wear them. And they're fine. Like sometimes they poke the corner of my eye when I close my eye. But I mean, I don't know, I'm not gonna sleep in them, so I don't really need to be able to close my eyes for too long. I also saw at the store that there's like these little wooden things you can buy to like press it to, so I'm not just using my fingers and getting glue all over my hands like I do. But I mean, do I have to spend more money to get these little tiny toothpicks essentially just to put fake eyelashes on? I don't think so.
This corner does not want to stick, of course. Please stay.
I think it's okay.
There we go. Now I have big, long eyelashes without having to put 10 coats of mascara on them.
Gold on my tongue.
Where did that come from? What the? Apparently I have gold on my thumb, I think from the eyeshadow primer, but it's like not coming off.
Okay, so I really like experimenting with different mascaras. I buy a different mascara almost every time, although for a long time I was using Better Than Sex by Too Faced. But I don't know, after a while I'm always just like, well, what if I try a different one? Well, what if I try a different one? So recently I decided to go back to one that I used to use when I was a teenager, and back in those days this lid was actually green, so I'm kind of like, I wish it was green because then it would look like my old one. Yeah, I don't know, like, not like Maybelline's like a great company or anything like that, but I kind of just got it for nostalgic reasons, I suppose. Also, I would like to point out that where I live right now, it is currently minus 35 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but to give you an idea, minus 40 Fahrenheit and minus 40 Celsius are exactly the same. Like, that's where they kind of match up and the numbers are the same. So it's just 5 degrees warmer than that. So whatever that is. But yeah, so since I don't need to do mascara on my top because I put on the fake eyelashes, I'm just gonna put it a little bit on the bottom. Oh wait, actually no, I'm not. Here's another thing that I just recently picked up last year, basically. So like I said, I never did eyeshadow because it would always just kind of not work with my hooded eyes, so I never owned eyeshadow. But recently I decided I was just at the drugstore, as I often am, and I saw this and I just really like the colors in it. So I really, really liked the blue and I really like all the purples. So I just was like, I love this palette. So it's just like this Rimmel London Electric Violet edition. I don't know. But I was like, those colors are cool. And so I decided to get it and try to experiment with it. In my experimentations, I've basically figured out that I really like this blue, and I will put sometimes blue in the corner of my eye just for like a little bit of like a color pop. But most of the time, if I don't feel like doing that, I just kind of use this shimmery white thing in the corner of my eyes and a little bit underneath just to like open up my eyes because I have pretty small eyes. And as you can tell by how much I love big eyelashes and stuff, I try to open my eyes a little bit and bring attention to them. So I'm gonna put that on before I put on mascara on my bottom lashes because that just makes more sense to me. Another thing I don't really have that I think a lot of girls have is like a whole bunch of brushes. This is just the brush that came with this, so I just kind of use the brush end because it just seems a little bit gentler and better to use than this kind of puffy thing. Also, it's way easier to clean, and this puffy thing is hard to clean, so like when I'm changing colors it is hard to clean it. And I have like a couple other brushes. I have like this brush that I usually use for my glitter. So if I'm like going out to a party or something, not that I go to parties very often, or if I'm going to something special, or if it's a special day like my birthday or Friday the 13th or like some sort of special day like that where I like to just dress up for fun, I'll like put a bunch of sparkles on. I like to do it in the summer too because when it's summer and the sun's out and you're like walking around outside, you can see all the glitter, and I like that. So I use that for this. But before I bought that, I actually bought this bigger one, and then I was like, this one is too big, so I ended up getting that one. So I also have this one. I don't really use it anymore. But for now, I just use the thing that comes in this thing.
So yeah, I just kind of put it under here. This eye is looking kind of stupid because my eyelid primer sort of got underneath and dried up there, so that is just life. I don't know.
Okay, and now I'll put some mascara on my bottom eyelashes. Woohoo!
That is basically my eyes, I guess.
Yeah, and that's like the most work I'm usually willing to put into my eyes. So lastly, I always put on my lip balm first, just because my lips are always dry. I usually brush my teeth and put on lip balm. That's how it works. So ever since I was really, really young, I've been obsessed with lip gloss. So pretty much almost anytime I go to the drugstore and have like a little bit of extra money to spend, I will buy another lip gloss just to try it out. If I see one that I'm like, that one looks really nice, I will usually try it out. So my favorite shade that I've ever found was this Rimmel London Oh My Gloss thing. And it was in this shade, which was called Captivate Me. And I love it so much, and they've discontinued it, so this is all I have left in the world, and so I usually save it. But secondary, I got this one, which is the same brand, but I got the Stay My Rose kind, which I like too, but that one's like a little bit darker, which I like, but I really like this one too. What are some other ones that I've bought? I recently got this plumping thing just because I thought it would be kind of fun to play with a plumper type thing. I don't really love the color, so usually if I do use it, I'll put this on and then put this over top of it. This I actually got because I was ordering Marzia. If you've heard of Marzia, I'm sure. I don't know if she still does, but for 1 year I got she does like these quarterly boxes of like makeup and beauty care stuff. So I actually got this lip gloss from one of those, and I really, really like it. It's cute and sparkly, but yeah, it's like almost kind of running out. So I have this really dark thing for if I'm trying to do a dark look for whatever reason. I don't usually do that. Like, this is like for a very, very special occasion. I really don't like having dark. I really hate lipstick. I'm going to say that right now. I hate lipstick. I will only get lip gloss, and I don't really like wearing colors, like dark colors. Because it kind of just gets on everything, and you always have to keep reapplying it because once it starts coming off, like, you can tell, and it just kind of like bothers me. So I don't use it very often, but sometimes I have this for that. I also have this. This was one of the things that I was like, oh, I've never tried this brand before, I'll try it. And I was like, it's kind of meh. I don't really care for it, but now I have it. I also have these two peach things from Too Faced. I wasn't really sure about these colors, and then when I tried them, I was like kind of meh on it, but they smell really good because they're like made with peach oil, so that's really delicious. But I don't really use them. Another kind of experiment that I got was this sparkly thing. It is so sparkly. It's basically just putting sparkles on your lips. So I'll do that on like a very special occasion day, like I said, if I'm dressing up for some sort of party or something. But yeah, I love lip gloss. Lip gloss is my favorite, so put on lip gloss. Yeah, so that's really pretty much it. I really don't do much. Like I said, I don't even own foundation. Every time that I've considered getting foundation, I look at it and it's usually like $40, and I don't even know what shade is mine. So if I ever got into foundation, that's just like more money to spend and just putting more stuff on your face that you have to wash off. And like, I don't know, call me lazy, but I just don't really care that much if you could see like some things on my face. Of course I would prefer to look flawless, but that's also kind of like not reality, and I don't like having a bunch of shit on my face. So this is like pretty much the most shit that I will put on my face. And then I do my hair. So earlier today I twisted, oh my god, it turned into this little thing that's so funny. I kind of like twisted my hair and pinned it to see if maybe it would do something kind of cool, but it didn't really, except for that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, and then I have my trusty straightener, as every emo kid needs to have, and I just kind of like straighten my hair, usually leave it this way. I just recently switched my hair over to this side, so my bangs aren't actually cut, whereas when they was on this side, like, it would be like short and then longer, like actually cut that way. But I'm trying to grow out my hair because my hair is just like not growing, but I'm also not really trying very hard. Like, I always blow dry and straighten it. I just recently bleached and dyed it. I'm always dyeing it black before that. So, I mean, I'm sure there's things that I could be doing to promote hair growth that I'm not doing, but I'm just hoping that it just grows on its own. So I'm trying not to cut my bangs for a reason, and trying to also not have the same hairstyle that I've had forever. So, but anyway, yeah, that's my makeup. Yeah, so I don't know shit about makeup. Do you have any tips? Do you have tips for hooded eyes? Do you have tips for, like, can I lessen this, or do I just need to buy foundation? Like, what should I do? Or is it fine? Who cares?